Ladies and gentlemen, for our next presentation of today, as I mentioned, we have the CEO of Biogene Technology. So just to give you a quick introduction, now this is becoming quite a hot topic in the agriculture area. So, for anyone that's involved in this area, or has investors involved in this area, or clients involved in this area, this is highly relevant. And the company's there's been a lot of news come out in this area. It's been highly beneficial towards the company and their growth. So Biogene Technology, it's a biotech company that has discovered a natural organic insecticide in the leaves of the Australian eucalyptus tree called Qside. Qside produces 100% mortality in insects, yet is non-toxic to mammals. And I'm sure Kevin will talk about some of the stats which are coming out, and also some of the factors which are now leading to the lot of interest coming their way. Please welcome Kevin Rumble to the stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you've heard, my name's Kevin Rumble. I'm here to talk to you today about insects and all of the problems that insects cause to mankind and all of our pets and our children. Qside is an organic insecticide that we discovered in the leaves of a rare Australian gum tree. We have tested it against every insect segment that we've been able to get our hands on, and it has produced 100% mortality in every case. This now has been tested overseas and in Australia by major insecticide companies, and has produced all the same results. Even in what I call the aircraft carriers of the insect world, the German cockroach and the American cockroach, we also produce 100% mortality. Now, because we've got a video presentation which I want to show you now, because obviously it can do a far better job than I can. So get back and have a look and I'll talk about it.
Our planet is full of insects. They're everywhere, millions of them, all around us, in places you can't even see. In fact, it's estimated that there are 200 million insects to every living person in our world. Without effective control, insects would eat and destroy 1/3 of the world's food crops. Furthermore, insects actually kill people, create hideous diseases and infections that the world is still battling to cure. Therefore, insect control is an absolute must if we're to protect our food source and ourselves from these pests that create death and disease in humans and animals everywhere. You may have heard about the WA police officer who was bitten by a mosquito and was so badly affected by the neurotoxins that the West Australian government spent $400,000 sending him to the USA to try and find a cure. In the past, major pesticide companies have created a deadly cocktail of insecticides trying to control the problem. Unfortunately, these concoctions have caused just as much devastation to mankind in the form of cancers and incredible skin afflictions that some have now been banned permanently, and more will follow. So the world is desperate to find safer insecticides which have no harmful impact on humans, animals, or the environment. Qside is the solution. Qside is a natural organic compound that is extracted from the leaves of an Australian eucalypt tree. Its extremely low toxicity to mammals, birds and reptiles makes it completely harmless to humans and animals. Qside has already proven through extensive laboratory and field tests that it produces 100% mortality across a huge range of insect types. This is what Professor Robert Spooner-Hart, one of Australia's leading entomologists, has to say about Qside.
Qside is the commercial name given to an extract of an Australian native gum. The extract has demonstrated to us that it's highly effective as an insecticide. It kills a wide range of insects. It kills even things that aren't insects, such as mites and spiders.
So the world is desperate to find better solutions to a major conundrum: how to control insects yet cause no harm to humans, animals or the environment at the same time.
We believe that Qside is very safe to humans, and all of the evidence, both from short-term and some of the longer-term studies, has indicated that this compound is highly safe.
Biogene Technology has the world rights to Qside. This is its chemical signature and is patented in the biggest markets in the world, including the USA, Japan, England and Australia. Q-Side is ideally suited for human health, animal health, crop protection and domestic insect control. Biogene has developed a suite of products to demonstrate the versatility of Q-Side through a range of market segments in human health, animal health and also domestic applications.
The future for Q-Side is extremely bright. First of all, we're dealing with a quite unique compound. We're dealing with something which is quite different to the synthetic pesticides. The second thing is, we're dealing with something which is safe to the environment and to humans.
The future in effective yet safe insecticides is going to establish Q-Side as a leader in this incredibly lucrative industry segment and create better outcomes to mankind.
Just push the button. Right, so as the video suggested, we have been tested by some of the world's largest insecticide companies, and they have had results that were suitable to them and given us indications that they would like to go forward with it. We've got it patented in the world. It will pass the Australian Pesticides and Veterinary Medicines Authority test because our group of scientists have put numerous compounds through there, and there is no reason to suggest that Q-Side has anything going for it that would not pass that test. And we already have customers in the wings. I might just mention one of those, which is Seasol International, which is a Melbourne company, and they are in actual fact a big rat for Q-Side, and their research person told me yesterday that anybody that wants to talk about Q-Side, he would welcome the telephone call. So I'll quickly get through this. The world is desperate to find new entries. There are insecticides have got carcinogenic traces and it's causing the world a major problem. And just recently, only a month ago, the Australian government banned a product called fenthion, which is used exclusively in the fruit and veggie business for fruit fly. And as of October next year, if we don't find something else to fix that, we won't have any protection against our fruit and our vegetables. Insecticides like chlorpyrifos and Rogol have been banned. They've been banned in the United States since 2003. You can still buy chlorpyrifos at Bunnings in Australia. I know with the talks with the APVMA, all these things over the next 12 months are coming under major review, and that creates a major dilemma for insecticide companies because there are lots of insecticides going out of the industry, but there's not too many coming in. Q-Side's progress so far is we've now been able to synthesise this, so we have both a natural version and a synthetic version. Our intention is to get the Australian Pesticides and Veterinary Medicines Authority certification on both natural and synthetics and take that to the world, to all the world's major insecticide and pharmaceutical companies as a new entry into the insecticide business. Our chairman, Victor Rosenberg, is an ex-South African. He had 3 pharmaceutical companies in South Africa and has won several national awards, so he's well versed to take the company forward. You don't need to know much about me. I'm here. I'm just pushing the buttons. So we're offering a green opportunity for a future investment. We're looking to raise $2 million to complete the APVMA package, and then once that's done, we have customers in the wings ready to go. So we see ourselves as a supplier of raw material predominantly, and we're looking to take that to the market. We'll do an ASX listing or a similar, maybe a trade sale within 2 years. Once that listing's complete for scale up, and we'll be in the business right from there. We're an Australian company with a unique green resource. We will be doing an exit strategy within 2 years, and we've got continued growth in that market segment because, in all honesty, they are desperate for new entries, and there is nothing. We spoke to the APVMA the other day. In the last 10 years, there's not been a single solitary insecticide put to them for a new entry in the market. So Q-Side finds itself standing pretty well alone in a market that's desperate for new entries. If you would like to know more, I've got a little stand down there. Because I'm from Perth, Western Australia, I'll be belting out. If you can take a copy of my phone number, I'll be able to send information electronically to anybody that wants to have a chat, and I'll be down the back to have a chat to anybody that's interested. Thank you very much.